Evo Morning Show. We are actually here talking about conflict resolution. We're behind the scenes discussing this Tyler Perry movie, Why Did I Get Married To? And if you didn't see it, don't worry, we're not going to spoil it for you. You go and see it or not. Really, we don't care. We're still going to talk about what we're talking about. Conflict resolution. We talked about communication being key. But is there a certain way to communicate? Can you communicate too much?
Absolutely, yeah. Over communication is a big issue, especially with women. We have a tendency to take a particular issue and just stretch it out as much as humanly possible. So I think over communication, obviously, stresses men out. They feel overwhelmed. They don't know how to get to the bottom line, and honestly, they don't know what's wrong with this.
So, man, think about all the women saying about just him. I got some things on my chest I need to get off too. It ain't just about what he can handle.
Right, and we have to think about the impact that has. If the overall goal is for us to get along and get past this problem, when I talk to a lot of my girlfriends, I say, listen, what's the bottom line issue, okay? He had his hand on this woman's waist in this photo. Oh. And, she's all over the top, and she's like, well, is he cheating on me? Is he this, he that? I say, you know what? You need to streamline what your issue is and communicate that to him calmly and rationally.
Who does that? Who does that?
People that stay married,
right?
Happily married.
Yeah,
that's some good stuff.
Marriage is hard work. One of the things that is a precursor to divorce is people coming into a marriage thinking it's supposed to be perfect, or the other person is supposed to always meet their needs. People get divorced saying, well, he or she didn't meet my needs. Okay. Married people don't meet each other's needs, okay?
Say what?
Married people don't meet each other's needs.
Where you get that? Where you pick that up?
From experience, brother. I've been there time or one. I'm not going to say two. But it's about being able to work through those issues that make a marriage a championship team, just like sports. Oh, you're going to have conflict. You're going to have conflict in a Super Bowl. Yeah. But do you have the ability to work through it quickly and be in tune with both parts of the relationship?
Speaking of football, I like this football analogy. You watch football, V?
She gonna learn. She gonna learn.
Okay.
I pretend.
All right. So here's a problem that we have in a lot of relationships. Okay, you make a play, okay, and somebody did something, and you went on and you actually made a touchdown off of that play, but there was a flag thrown in the backfield. Okay, so everybody's celebrating the touchdown. Except for somebody like, hey, wait. I would love to celebrate with you, but let's find out what the penalty was. And I think what happens a lot of times is that, we move on, something happened, and somebody said, well, I'm just going to get past it, I'm not going to deal with it, I'm not going to worry about it, just let it go. And then, you go on to celebrate, but the issue is still in the backfield. Right. And so what happens is we can't really move forward with the game until we deal with whatever that penalty flag was.
KD has been watching too much. Why did I get married? That is Michael John White all the way, man.
No, but I said that way before the movie. I created that. But do you understand what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
No, I get it 100%, because what we like to do, both men and women, is that we like to avoid conflict. Okay, we like to keep things mellow. But what happens is if we don't stay in tune with how each other feels, the residual effects come out anyway. So I was cool yesterday, but in the morning I don't really want you to touch me, or I didn't get up extra early and leave the house because I'm a little upset at something that you said. And then somehow yesterday we were in line, or at least I thought we were, and then the next day we are completely in two different spaces.
So, but what if you said I'm okay with it? You said I'm okay with it really just to keep the peace. Can you then come back and say, you know what, I said I was okay, but I really wasn't okay? And this is a problem for me now.
I have an issue with that. I think that it's more important to just be honest. A lot of us think that we should avoid issues in order to not hurt the person's feelings or just kind of squash it right then and there. I think that it's probably a better approach to take some time and think about how you really feel. And you guys get back together when you're calmer. And you can discuss honestly, because like you said, if you just agree to something just to get along with somebody, it always comes back up. And the thing about marriage is, your relationship is supposed to last forever. So even if it takes 2 months, 2 years, 10 years, one of the worst things in marriage is a unresolved issue that you guys weren't honest with each other about, and it just festers.
I mean, that's true, and V makes it sound so easy.
Yeah, because frankly,
not that.
The reason why, particularly men, the reason why we don't keep going at it, because in our minds and sometimes in reality, it never ends. The conversation never ends.
Well, some of the way, I make it sound easy, but like I was saying, I have a script as a woman. We're very emotional creatures, and so the things that I'm expressing now, I say to myself, okay, I know how men are, because I, love the person I'm in a relationship with. You got to look at the overall goal.
Yeah.
And how do I get to the end result? If I know that my man shuts down or he doesn't like debating all day, then it's my job to say, you know what, how can I compromise and get past this issue? So I literally have to write myself a script. Wow. I have to say, okay, I know that when I get over the top, he shuts down. So these are the 3 things I'm going to do until it becomes a part of me, because I want to get past these issues. So when I talk to him, I'm going to make my few points. If he says he needs some time to think about it, as long as he keeps his word on that and doesn't just avoid it, then I say, okay, I can respect that. Let's visit it another time. We'll set a time and we'll move past it.
That's a smart woman right there. That's smart. Because it's really like a dance. And neither one of you are perfect dancers, okay? And sometimes you have to know what to do when your partner's out of step. You have to play it off as a couple. You have to know how to move and how to catch her and how to recover. And that's the thing, it's about that dance. So there are going to be times in which it's different. There's going to be times, and yes, I say I'll come back to it, but I didn't. I kind of dropped it. You have to know how to readjust and get your relationship right. That's the key to staying married, is knowing how to make readjustments on the fly.
What we're going to do is we're going to get into maybe some specifics, bring up some particular emails that we have, and kind of get some help for these people that are really crying out. Listen, we've been dealing with this for years now. I'm sick of it. It's time to move past it. We're going to do what we can in the confinements of a radio show to help you. This ain't a couch, and we ain't got an hour. Okay, I'm just saying we're going to try to help you best we can. It's Katie.